Hey guys, what is up? This is Matthew Davis Media once again. Welcome back to another movie review, aka After I Saw. And this time it is going to be on the new Japanese animated film, Weathering with You. Now, Weathering with You is directed by Makoto Shinkai, who directed this incredible masterpiece, Your Name. I thought this was an incredible movie. In fact, this might be my new favorite animated film of 2016. Although I didn't watch this until 2018, I got the Blu-ray of it because I've heard so many good things. This is my favorite anime film of the 2010s. I love this movie, so when I heard he was directing this, I was really looking forward to it. And this film, this is about a 16-year-old boy who runs away from his home and runs away to Tokyo, and he needs a job, so he finds so many jobs, so many people rejected him, but he does find a job, and then he gets another job when he meets this girl who basically can control the rain or something, and they start a business together about her being this person called the Sunshine Girl, who can open up the clouds, so it can be sun shining for a little bit. She can open clouds and stuff because it rains in Tokyo a lot in this movie, and that's one thing that's really impressive about this movie is that this movie took 2 years to make, and yeah, those 2 years definitely paid off. This was a fantastic film, and not just because it looks absolutely amazing. I mean, I could just gush all day about how beautiful the film looks. The way, he uses all the raindrops and the way he animates them. It took a lot of work, and he even mentioned that, it took so much time, and the fact that it took 2 years for him to make this film. That might be longer than Your Name. I don't know how long he took to make Your Name, but the time he spent, he put a lot of work into this, and that work definitely paid off. And the movie does kind of remind me of Your Name a lot, actually. There are a few references that might remind you of Your Name a lot because, that film was such a big hit with not just with critics and audiences, but in Japan as well. Lots and lots of people loved that movie, and it became one of the definitions of modern Japanese anime films. I mean, that movie is pretty much a masterpiece, and that's a film I want to rewatch, and that's a film that I even want to review one day down the road. I mean, I could have reviewed it, I could have rewatched it before seeing this, but because I had work and stuff, I just didn't get the chance to. All right, it involves it's basically a love story, just like the first film. Our first film. This isn't a sequel. God damn it! What is wrong with you? Sorry, it's just this movie reminds me of Your Name a lot. It's making me think that it's a sequel, but it's not. It's its own film. Okay. Although it kind of reminds me of Your Name quite a bit. I mean, in Your Name, it involved two people who keep swapping bodies and trying to remember each other's names. While this one, the romance involves a boy running away and going to Tokyo, and a girl who basically her mother is dead, and she has to watch over her son, and she admits that her birthday is coming up, so she's gonna be 18 soon, but stuff happens in the movie that just make you think completely differently, and I'm sorry, it's really hard for me to spoil anything in this movie. I'm not joking, it really is. And for a Japanese animated film, that's kind of crazy given that this is a limited engagement in America. It can get kind of distracting that, so many things reminded me of Your Name. Especially the last act of the movie completely reminded me of Your Name, which I wouldn't say is a complete spoiler. I mean, it didn't completely copy everything, but it just makes me think, the director could have came up with something, a little bit more different. And that might be an issue. But it wasn't really an issue for me because, I only saw Your Name once, and there are stuff that I don't entirely remember about that film. Probably because, it's been, a while since I watched it, but I really want to rewatch it because I remembered that being such a fantastic film and really fulfilling me on, Japanese animation film that isn't just Studio Ghibli. And I love Studio Ghibli. And experiencing this on the big screen was an absolute treat. Characters are also really good here. I wouldn't say they're as memorable or as good as the characters in Your Name, but they're likable in here, and I really dug the romance in this. I found it pretty heartfelt, and there are scenes of them, where they just want to run away, and the boy becomes a fugitive, so he's kind of in danger now, and I felt really bad, and we didn't really know, we never see his parents, or his parents being concerned, which honestly, it kind of made me forget that he was running away in the first place, but at the same time, it's not a big issue at all. I know it sounds like I'm really nitpicking on this movie a lot, but it doesn't hide the fact that I loved this movie. Okay, it is a fantastic follow-up to a fantastic anime film, and this film, it just has so much beautiful scenery. The animation is flawless. Story, I wouldn't say is a complete copycat of Your Name, because they're two completely different stories, and they're both really great stories. And may I just say, I love the rain. I can relate to this movie. I love going out in the rain, okay? And I miss the rain a lot. If it rained right now while I was seeing this movie, it would feel like I would actually be in the movie. And that would have been amazing, because I love the rain so much. I should just, ever since I was a kid, I just like to go out in the rain. I just like to stand out in the rain. I'm just gonna bring that out there. I love the rain. Yeah. Weathering with You is a beautiful animated film with likable characters. It gets really tense in some parts, and it just, for the most part, is a great, fantastic, new, I wouldn't say new direction, but, his, Makoto Shinkai's latest film. And I don't want this to be his last film. I want him to make more movies like this. I think, there was an interview. I think they said he was going to make another film. I really hope this isn't his last film, because I think, there are so many great anime directors. And Hayao Miyazaki, of course, is an icon. But, giving all these other directors chances, they managed to be just as good as him. And all in all, this isn't as good as Your Name. In fact, I wouldn't say this is as rewatchable as that film. But that doesn't hide the fact that I love this movie, okay? It sounds like I'm going to give it lower than a 4.5 out of 5, but I'm not. So don't worry. It still gets a 4.5 out of 5. I really loved this movie, okay? It left me with a good feeling after the movie was over. And, yeah, if you loved Your Name, I think you're going to love this, or probably like it as well. And it only played today here in America. But it's also playing tomorrow as well in America. If it's playing near you, anywhere, I recommend definitely giving it a chance. But events like this are kind of expensive, and most people don't really have time for that, because it's really late at night. But if you just wait till Blu-ray, then it's still going to be a great experience, because either way, it's still a film that I think Shinkai fans should definitely watch. Shinkai or Shintai? Shinkai, yeah. Alright, anyways, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Word out.